Hello, hello. I'm a little late, but I'm here. I don't have my phone, but hopefully I won't need that. Chances are I'm gonna need it, so bear with. I'm just gonna go get my phone. There we go. Chances are I'm gonna need it for something, because I usually do. Right, let's not have the Sky remote where we're gonna be using water, because they don't go together. Okay. Just get the chat up on my phone as well. Even though I've got it on the TV, it's like I still like it on the on my phone, just in case. Hi Audrey. What time did I schedule for? Was it 2? I can't remember if I'd scheduled for 1 or 2. If it's 1, then I'm fine. I'm early. Hi Thomas. Hi Adult Colouring Finished Pages by N. Welcome. Right, let me just quickly list what I'm going to be working in today in the pinned thingy-majiggy. So, Woodland watercolour book. Okay, let's pop that in the chat. Oh, 2 PM. Okay, that's not too bad then. I'm early. Early. So yesterday, I say yesterday, last night after the live stream and that, I had a couple of what I call squee moments, which are like moments. So the first one came from RJ Hampson, because he was so kind enough to share my channel and my channel link on Instagram again. Bless him. And then my second moment was when Kanoko Agusa said she thought my page was beautiful, and I was like, thank you, Kanoko. So yeah, had to share those on my Instagram last night. I was like, squee moments. I don't have enough room. Hi Miss Lynn. Hello. Right, watercolour palette. So, I know you guys kind of wanted to see the steampunk kitty cats, but I'm kind of not in the mood for pencil work, so I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to do a little bit more of this. Need to sort this sky out, it's just got a wash on it. Hi Leslie. 7:15 AM here. Oh gosh. Congratulations on your 2 squee moments. Thank you. So yeah, I was very happy last night. I was like, oh my gosh. Let's grab a paintbrush. So I was doing some pencil work on a buddy colour last night with Disney Meg's colouring. Hi Hannah. And I've done a little bit more of it this morning. So I'm like, I just want something like free flowing to do. So I think Claire, the illustrator of this book, actually commented or replied to one of my comments on her book. And that was like, okay, so it looks like we've got another flat mushroom here hiding behind this one. And then we've also, I've got the inside of the log to do, which I wanted to do darker, I think. I've got the stalk of this shroomy shroom here, and these shroomy shrooms. So how is everyone this morning? I'm not really with it yet. I'll say this morning, it's this afternoon now, isn't it? I have one to a reply to my post on his Instagram. Yay, Audrey! Lots of squee moments. Right, I think this is the brown that I want. It is now anyway. Hi Dawn! You're sleepy, Leslie. Looks like 3 more shrooms to the right of the red one. Yeah, there's like a bunch of them. So we've got a toadstool here, and then I think there's two other shrooms here, isn't there? There's one here hiding. Alright, let's get my colours sorted that I want. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a start basically. I think I'm gonna start with the inside of this log. Let's just get some colour down on there. Yeah, is there a name you'd prefer to be called? Adult Colouring Finished Pages by N? Is there a first name, or just a name you'd like us to call you by? Maybe just N? You let us know. I like when you come back to a page and you kind of have like fresh eyes on it, because I'm looking at this now seeing that I need to fill in these gaps between these leaves for some more parts of the log. So I did pop this link in, but there we go. I've pinned the link at the top of the chat. So I really hope Claire brings out some more of these books. Yeah, needs a little bit of something. Natasha. Hi Natasha, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. It's lovely to see new faces here. Bless you, Lynn. Hi Mandy, welcome. How are you? I'm feeling some of my paints are out of order and it's confusing me. I think they all fell out at one point, didn't they? Okay, let's get some red. I'm going to put a tiny bit of black in that just to deepen it up a bit. Hopefully that will work. Yeah. So I'm going to do this one here as a little toadstool. Should I do those as toadstools or should I? It'd be too much red together, I think, wouldn't it? I'd be lurking, prepping ingredients for tea. Nice, Audrey. I'm doing good here. It's 8:26 a.m. Gosh, you early birds. That will be me tomorrow. I will be up early tomorrow, unfortunately. Ready to catch my coach. Right, let's get some sap green going. This water pot is way too far away from where it needs to be. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a base down on these leaves. Ignore how bright they are, I will dull them down. Yeah, I know, right, Lynn? It's just like, oh, so early. Me and Miss Lynn are like still hanging, probably. It's tea, lunch or dinner or halfway between the two. Tea time is dinner time, Leslie. So some here say like breakfast, lunch and dinner. And some say breakfast, dinner and tea. My mum says the latter. To her it's breakfast, dinner and tea. Because my nan was from Yorkshire, so farther up north. But to me it's breakfast, lunch and dinner. Yeah. So Steve has gone upstairs to do his homework. He's going to finish the water and the leaves and everything on the page he started last night. I think it depends how far north or south you are. It's like a north-south thing, I think, Lynn. Just don't get started on the whole bread roll, balm cake, tea cake debate, because that one can, like cob, there's so many things you can call a bread roll. To me it's a roll. To some it's a balm cake, a cob, a tea cake. I always class tea as a snack after evening dinner. We say breakfast, lunch and dinner also. Some say supper instead of dinner. Some say dinner for lunch, yeah. Is there any more of these anywhere? Not that I can see at the moment anyway. I'm just trying to pick little bits and bobs that I can see. I'll probably jot all over the place with this page, but it's kind of like how I do my colouring. I'm like, oh, I need to do this bit. Oh, I need to do this bit. What do you guys call... I think you've asked us that before, Mandy, haven't you? Don't forget cookie and biscuit. Yeah. Well, we call both different ones here. So like a digestive is a biscuit, but a chocolate chip cookie is a cookie. A trimmer, was that the answer to that one, Mandy? Or a lawnmower? Bap in Midlands and roll in London. I say breakfast, dinner and tea and supper and snack. Then you got the hobbits that have 11s. So there's like a turkey and tinsel event I'm going to in December with Mum and Steve in Blackpool, and they've added something else to the trip which I thought was nice. One day we can, I think it's a Wednesday, they're holding an afternoon tea in Blackpool Tower ballroom, and I'm like, oh, I don't care about the cream tea, I just want to go to Blackpool Tower ballroom to see where they dance on Strictly. So they're inquiring for us as to whether they can cater to our intolerances, let's say that. They're seeing if they can do like a gluten-free one for my mum and a dairy-free one for me. I think mine's slightly easier because I can just have butter with my scone, not butter, like spread, sunflower spread, with mine. Whereas mum's is a little bit more difficult because she can't have bread or scones or cakes unless they're gluten-free ones. So that will be fun. I hope we get to go. I'm just waiting to hear on the whole intolerance issue thing. Have you been, Audrey? I've never been in there, but it's afternoon tea and dancing, so I guess they're going to have people dancing whilst we're having afternoon tea, which will be nice. Hey Dawn, did I say hi, Dawn? I think I did, right? I didn't miss you, lovely, did I? I hope I didn't. Strimmer, interesting. Yeah. So the strimmer kind of does the edges, yeah, like Lynn said. A lawnmower does the rest of it. Oh, I was having a right laugh on, I was on chat with Dee last night on video chat after the live stream. He was having a right old laugh. So she's decided to start calling me a YouTube celebrity. I was like, I am no YouTube celebrity. And she's like, well, that's what I call you. And she's like, I never thought you would be friends with me. Like, I never thought that we would be friends. And I'm like, why? And she's like, because you're like a YouTube celebrity. And I'm like, what? I'm like, behave, I'm a normal person. I'm like, jeez. No way. She's like, you know, there's some people that kind of, how would I word it, wouldn't necessarily talk to you on like video chats off stream maybe. And she's like, I was really surprised when you did. I don't know, Lynn, I've no idea. This is why we were having a laugh last night. Dee is lovely, she is. She was cracking me up. I was like, oh, shut up. It's like, I'm just a normal person. I'm not better than anybody else. I don't claim to be better than anybody else. I'm just down to earth, and what you see is what you get with me. I know, right? Jazz is on like 85,000 subscribers or something. I watched his video the other day. In fact, I watched two. I watched the one where he coloured with all pink markers. No, that's not Jazza. That's ADC Art Attack, or ADC, that one that you can never remember either. So yeah, I was watching that the other day. He coloured the all pink marker page. And then I also watched the one where he compared the Ohuhus to the Pro markers. And the Ohuhus won. So that was interesting. Because he loves his Pro markers and I really like them too. I don't give them enough attention anymore because of my Ohuhus. Mandy is working on a page from World of Flowers. Yes, it's great to see folks on the dance floor. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Just need to hope that it goes ahead first. Like, obviously the event's going ahead, but there's no point no point in paying like £20 per person for afternoon tea if we can't eat it. I was very shocked because I told Mum about it, and Mum has no interest in dancing or Strictly or anything like that. But when I told her about it, and she said, oh, how much is it? And I told her, and she went, oh, that's not bad. I was like, she's game. Let's go for it. I remember when Hannah Lynn and Christine Karen liked and commented on a picture I shared of theirs. Didn't make me a Facebook celebrity. It's just like a fangirl moment, innit? You're like, oh my gosh, did they actually take time out of their day to comment on my post? But we forget they're just normal humans as well. Hi Dee! I was just talking about you, lovely. I was telling everyone you started calling me a YouTube celebrity last night. And that you were making me laugh. Right, let's have some kind of autumn leaves as well in amongst these. We don't want them all green, do we? It'd be a bit boring. Teresa Goodridge commented on a few of mine, but she does that to all that posts in her Facebook group. Do you know what? I looked at Teresa's new autumn book last night, and I love Teresa Goodridge's art. Absolutely love it. I don't colour in her books enough, but I looked at the new autumn one, and oh my gosh, the 2 gonk pages in there, or gnomes as as others call them, they are adorable, and I think Steve will want it too if I show him, so I'm going to pitch that to him later. But there's like a autumnal gnome page and then a Halloween gnome page. It's like, oh, I would love to do both of those. For colouring, I think autumn's one of my favourite seasons. I don't know why, I always seem to be more productive page-wise in autumn. You have her new one, do you? And she always puts those adorable little horse pages in there, and it's like, I just want to colour them all. Right, I'm not really seeing many oak leaves. I know these can be, let's do this random one in the middle here. I'll do some like yellowy browns and that kind of stuff. So I'm actually shocked it's on Amazon, because all of the Creative Haven books keep selling out, especially Teresa Goodridge's. So the fact that it was on there, I was like, ooh, I may have to try and convince Steve that we need that one. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to this brown that I just made. See what that does. Looks like a nice goldy ochre colour. My bladder woke me up. I was trying to ignore it because I didn't want to get up, but it was not letting that happen. I'm going to a doctor's appointment soon. No worries, Dawn. No worries. Yeah, it's definitely been a while since I worked in a Creative Haven. I need to change that. Might pull one in for next month, because September to me is the start of autumn. It's like full on autumn pages in swing. I don't know what this bit is here. It's not a stalk from a shroomy. I have just seen another stalk that I missed though, so I'm going to grab that. This must be a stalk here, even though I can't see it. There are so many Creative Haven books, I know. I think the only 2 illustrators that I own, I could be wrong, I might have one odd one, but I usually collect the Teresa Goodridge and the Marjorie Sarnat ones. Right, I want a nice rich brown now. do a couple of these leaves in like a darker brown. I'm not big on Angela Porter stuff, it's too busy. I'm unsure, I don't have any of her books, but I have looked at Lily's ones of them, and I think for like mindless colouring they'd be really fun to do. To sort of, you know, make it nice and colourful and put any colour anywhere kind of thing. I like Teresa Goodridge's books. It's the line work. So you like Teresa's books, but you're unsure of all the line work on them. Is this another leaf here, or is this a shadow? I'm going to do these ones here just for a bit of contrast. The golden yellowy brown. If in doubt, it's a leaf. Good analogy, Lynn. It's very, very loose artwork, so that's why I'm like, what is that bit? So who else is colouring today? What's everyone doing? Or what are your plans for the day? Because a lot of you are just waking up. This is like a fern here, isn't it? I'm doing the washing, undecided whether to chance it on the washing line in case it rains. Well, it looks blooming lovely here, Lynn. We've got like blue skies with only a couple of little wispy bits of white cloud. I'm trying to wake up at the moment, but doctor's day and then alive, because someone kind of talked me into one, but I don't mind. Don't know who that was, Dee. Listing stuff on eBay while I wait for Every and Parcel Force to bring my Avon deliveries. Nice, Hannah. Everyone's been so productive today. I'm working in Morning Scribbles by Chris Ronak. Those are so cute. Do you have the Halloween ones of those, of those books. There's a Halloween one, it's so cute. No, just morning scribbles. It's cloudy with blue caps. Oh, it's not like that here. It's just blue everywhere. It's a beautiful day. I'll try and send it up that way, Lynn. I was working on an Asian page. I've got to teach in a few minutes. Nice. Sometimes clouds are purple, yeah, or pink. They are indeed. What colour did I make for these? Because I think I must have used my other palette for some of these. Let me just grab this one. I'm really hoping for lots of rain tomorrow. Thanks. When I go to London. I know it's because you're going to Dad, so you don't have to do anything. Elena makes some beautiful pink clouds. I love Elena's work. It's so pretty. Aha, there we go. It looks like these greens. These ones in here are so much like richer than let's have it that way. It's a bit more aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, I used my Mungio ones. Yeah, Elena's work's beautiful. Viridian green, I think it was. Yeah, it looks like it's got something mixed into it though. So Lynn, I think I've managed to talk Dee into using Prismacolors at the weekend. Doesn't London get rain all the time? No, it doesn't actually. London's usually, like if we're having a heat wave or anything, London's usually the hottest place. I guess it's because it's so built up, I'm not sure. London's usually covered in a cloud of smog. You don't really see nice blue skies there very often, you just see smog everywhere. Exactly, Zoe. He wants me to wash the caravan again and dig out some plants in the garden. Ugh. Yeah, Wales and Scotland, it likes to rain quite a bit. No offence, Audrey. I think Ireland rains quite a bit too, doesn't it? Yes, warmer because it's so built up. Thought so. My brain's working today, that makes a change. I'm not sure if this is meant to be one of these leaves as well, but it is now. I think it's meant to be from this plant maybe, I'm not sure. It's a bit dark, silly. I live in the West Midlands. I call it the Wet Midlands. I'm sure we get more rain than Wales does. Yes, I'll be using some prisoners on this weekend on my page. Woot woot! So many leaves. I'm gonna do these leaves down here. Maybe this colour, or should I do those like autumny and then do some of these dark green? Definitely need to bring that dark green somewhere else. Love my prisoners. I'm surprised Zoe likes them so much, as she prefers the harder and layering pencils. It depends on what I'm colouring. I do love my polys, but they can make my hand hurt a little while after a little while, and it's not from using too much pressure, it's from just so much of the same motion. Whereas a Prisma I can sort of smush, for want of a better word. I'm a bit lost, I'm a bit overwhelmed with leaves at the minute, so I'm going to work on my badger, I think. I'm a bit overwhelmed by the amount of leaves going on. Bottom leaves autumn, as leaves attached to flowers will normally be green. I guess that's one way to look at it. And then Lynn tells me she has no knowledge of flowers and stuff. Yeah, alright Lynn. Just trying to lighten this grey up a bit. Don't want it too dark for a first coat. I haven't used Prismas, but I love my Brute Funa pencils. You could do rainbow leaves. Yeah, I like Brute Funas too. I like the squares the most. So this is just a first layer on our little badgery badger. Rainbow leaves. No. This is me we're talking about. Flowers, irrespective of name, normally have green leaves. This paint from Mungio is so opaque. It's like covering up my flipping line work. Let's try and thin it out a bit. better. I don't want you to cover up that beautiful line work. No. Take care, Dawn. Have a lovely day too. Using a clean brush up here a minute just to haven't got a cloth to wipe off with and pick up paint. Bear with me 1 second. I need to go and get something. Okay. Oh, this chair. Okay. Paintbrush. Just want to try and pull a little bit up. Morning intermission, coffee and donuts. What is this? 1 second, guys. I have like a fleece blanket all folded up on my chair to make it a bit more cushioned. There we go, that's better. And it was all over the place, a bit like me today. So when the paint is opaque, do you thin it out using more water? Yes, I do. I'm actually putting my brush in the water pot and like dragging the paint up farther to thin it out. I'm by no means an expert in watercolour. I just do what I feel works for me. So, questions. I have some questions, or a question. For those of you that have been to London, so this kind of... Hi Draken, welcome! This kind of limits out a few people. But do any of you know of art shops near Trafalgar Square? And am I right in thinking that there's a Daiso shop near Trafalgar Square? I'm sure at some point on YouTube, may even be Mini Rach, I can't remember who it was, said something about a Daiso being near Trafalgar Square, which is like a Japanese shop, I think. You made my mouth water now, Dee. No idea of any art shops in London, and I lived there for 50 years. Right, so we did this one, the other bits on this one with like a very pale ochre colour, didn't we? Let's use some of this Naples yellow with maybe a touch of white. Let's see what that does to the page. It's not too bad. I feel it needs a little bit more though. Just in places I want it to be a little bit darker. I love little badgers, they're so cute. Your package has arrived at the airport near you, waiting on Every to get it now. Okie dokie. So it'll probably be tomorrow or Friday, I would have thought. Are you streaming in place of Zoe tonight, Dee? I think Dee is streaming at 3 PM Eastern, which is 8 PM our time. So I'm still undecided on if I'll be streaming tonight as well. I would like to try and get another one in just because I missed Monday. But I'm not sure. I need a little bit more of that darker ochre in places on here. I'll have to water that down a bit. Nice chill stream today. Such a contrast to Steve's live streams that are always a bit manic. Hoping Steve will be okay in London tomorrow. Sometimes when we go out he gets a bit poorly. We don't know why really at the moment. I think I'm going to have to let that dry, and then I'm going to play with it a bit more. I love that these pages are single-sided. Okay, so we said leaves on the floor were going to be more autumnal, didn't we? Should we do a bit of wet on wet? Ignore that there's a bit of colour in here. I need to lift some of that up. And put a little bit of this into it. And the wetter brush, Zoe. Do, 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 do. At least you have one, Dean. Mine hardly ever works. You guys discussing brains. At least you don't have the nickname Dory. Gosh, it's hot. Is it just me that's hot? Or is anybody else hot? I'll wet that leaf as well. Let's put some of this on it. Nope, my name is Crazy Lady from up the road. Right, you have my undivided attention. Now feet up, large mug of filter coffee. Nice, Audrey. I think this one is another one of those leaves. Pretty sure this one is here too. Let's just make these nice and wet. Ochre base. Occasionally, if I shake my head hard enough, the sawdust moves and lets the air bubbles bounce about. Lindsay Looney. Meh, 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 meh. Can't see any of this paint. The darker colour that I'm putting down. Just a bit more on my board. There we go. Hi Anna, morning. I didn't think badgers had tails as long as that. No, I thought they only had little stumpy things. LOL, yuck, wet sawdust, I hate the texture. I think it might be an idea to do my details on my badges with some like fine liners or something, rather than because I can get like finer details done with those. Just thinking out loud. How is Yana today? It's Canadian budget ordering. I'm doing this one a light base, and then we're going to try and mix something else into it. So it's like turning. Okay, staying cool, crazy hot this week. Oh, Canadian badger. Canadian budget. I'm like, what's she going on about? I'm going to do this as a yellow dandelion, I guess. It's kind of off here in the middle of nowhere though, isn't it? Like, how am I going to conjoin this up there in amongst that stuff? I wasn't going to say anything, Dee, but I'm here thinking, what's the budget got to do with badger? Exactly. That's what I was like, okay, Dee. Whatever you say, hun. Damn, autocorrect has a mind of its own. Right, let's see. Can you tell I'm trying to avoid all of this whole leaf situation going on here at the minute? What colour shall I do these flowers here? Do we think they're more dandelions, or are they daisies, or what do we think? Whilst you think about that, I'm going to play with these leaves here because they look similar to these ones. Oh my goodness, this brush doesn't... What number brush am I using? A 0. That might be why. I'm like, why is this dang brush not holding any water? That would be why. Yellow look like dandelion, looks like dandelions. They look like asters, Michaelmas daisies, which come out in autumn. That's a Google job, Audrey. Well, Audrey is the flower expert, but I still say dandelions. Asters. This one here looked like an aster, I thought, but these ones are slightly more like, I don't know, daisy-fied. Michaelmas daisies. Michael Mass. Michaelmas daisies, asters. Ooh, they're pretty. So, these are what Audrey... Yeah, I'm going to go with that, Audrey. They're really pretty. Pretty. Let's go with that. Oh, thank you, Yana. I was getting Zoe going last night on chat. She says, I like to colour different pages on my streams because people would get bored of seeing the same page every time. I says, so what are you saying about me? Michaelmas. Ah. Ow, my foot. Well, that would add some nice, more sort of purpley tone to my page, so let's go for that. That is a blue, Zoe, not a purple. This one's purple. I'll add a touch of cold pink to it, I think, just to warm it up a bit. Ooh, that's pretty. That's kind of like a violet-y, purpley. Pretty. It's kind of not the blue. We've kind of got the blue thing here going on though, haven't we? And this is an in-between these and these, so... I was not. I was not. I swear you make me sound like such a bad person on my streams. Just winding me up, guys, just, you know. I didn't say that at all, Lynn. Oops, I'm nudging my thingamajiggy. So you're a bad person, bossy but lovable. I'm not a bad person, I swear. You could use earth colours for the ground around the dandelion to connect it to the rest of the page. Yeah, like a soily colour. So do you think this one's the same, Audrey? Because to me this looks like a dandelion, but not like this kind of dandelion. If that makes sense. It looks like one of those, you know, closed, not closed, oh, what am I trying to say? Where the petals are closer together. I can see it in my head, I just don't know what it is. The yellow would even out the colours, balance out sort of thing. Yeah. Would bring it up here, I guess, if I do it as a dandelion. Does that mean that this one down here, no, because it's got different leaves. I definitely think this is a dandelion. This is different, but is this stuff here more of this stuff here, do we think? It looks the same kind of thing. This is a dandelion here as well, or is it one of them? I'm going to do that as dandelion because the leaves look the same as this. Okay, don't mind me, just thinking out loud. Right, we have dandelion here. It's probably one of these, but we're going with dandelion. It's a Michaelmas daisy. They can have 3 or 4 flower heads on one stalk. Pointy leaves look like dandelion leaf. Looking at leaves, they're dandelions. For both of them, yeah. What would I do without you guys? A dandelion clock. Dandelion clock. I've never heard of that. Oh, you mean one of the puffball thingies? One of those things. It's a normal dandelion now. Does it tell the time? Yeah, the seed head that you blow. I just call them a puffball thing. Yes, puffball, not puffy. Can't even see the flipping leaves here with this one. There's just so many going on. I'm like, which is which leaf? Missed that. Let me come back to chat on my phone. I hear a dog in the background. Yeah, it was probably someone outside. We used to count the times we blew them, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, etc. I can't remember what we used to do with ours, whether we used to do that as well. I think this is a dandelion leaf here. Couldn't tell you where the other one is though. Maybe there's just one. Unless it's this thing here. Why have I got a nutmeg taste in my mouth? I've not had anything with nutmeg. Let me get a drink. I think Dee is streaming at 3 PM Eastern, Yana. The one just under the tail is dandelion, and the one next to it under the tail. This one here looks like one of these over here. There's like some autumn leaves in amongst here. Let me just get a drink, 1 second. That's better. Maybe it's the blackcurrant. You all have me confused. I'm confused, Yana. I'm like sat here trying to paint it, and I'm like, I was like, why did I go for this picture? Just gonna paint some of this here, like mossy, olivey greeny colour. Let's get some of this olive green. It's quite a nice colour. Mix a bit of something into it. And a tad darker. So this is how we tackle like daunting pages. You just pick at bits until eventually it'll all be done. I'm just trying to figure who is where and when. How come Yana? Oh, two of us is talking dogs and Zoe's talking flowers. I don't do flowers, I avoid pages with too many, it gets tedious. Yeah, Dee will be live at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. I may be on at 1 PM Eastern Standard Time. What they said. So I'm going to do this as moss as well, I guess. And maybe this bit as well, just to say that it is something. Just dotting paint in a couple of random places and then we'll fill it in with the slightly darker colour. I think D at the weekend is usually 2 PM Eastern Standard. Yeah, there we go. D's put it there. Right, well, I think I've come to a point in this where I'm ready to come back to it at another time with fresh eyes. Again, it's not one that has to be finished this month. I want to take my time on it. I want to sort this badger out at some other point. But yeah, I want to come back to him at some other time with fresh eyes and see if I can figure out some more of the... Oh, who are we saying goodbye to? I have to go now. Washing machine is finished and battery's nearly dead on iPad. Okay, Lynn, no worries. So I have Zoe streaming at 2 Eastern Mondays and Fridays and 1 Eastern on Wednesdays. Is that not correct? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's correct, Yana. Yep, that's correct. Hi, Caraminas. Welcome. Right, so I'm just gonna tidy a few bits and bobs up, and then I'll go and get one of my other whips to work on, if that's okay with you guys. Just want to do bits and bobs of different things, so I'm eventually getting there with them. I'm going to put this to dry. Hey Google, what is the temperature in Swindon today?
In Swindon today, expect a high of 24 and a low of 14.
Yeah, thought it was hot. work on there. Perfectly fine with me. Thank you. Take care, Lynn. Bye-bye. Enjoy washing. Sounds good. Alright, let me just go and pop these back in my room and I'll bring something else out. I won't be a second. Okay, we have something else. We have a pencil sharpener. And we have this whip. Okay. I think all my pencils are in the pencil case, hopefully. All that dirty water away. Okay. Is this one alright? If I do a bit of work on this? Ooh. Squeaky chair, squeaky chair. Okay, let's centre it a bit more. Oh, they're written on the piece of paper, aren't they, my colours for this one? Should we do a bit of the butterfly? Thank you, dear. Thank you. Well, it is Wednesday, so I guess we're doing Whip Wednesday today. Okay, so we need Caput Mortem Violet 263, Red Violet 194, Burnt Carmine 193. So that's the violet part, and then we want Warm Grey 2, Cream 102, that's the big fill up front, Ivory 103, Black 199, My poor little black. Orange moth part, Venetian red 190. Sanguine 188. And burnt oak 187. Okay, sorted. Let's see if we can get this butterfly moth thing done. Giant Atlas moth was what I was going with. Okay, let's bring you in a bit. So I'm going to do this dark bit here first, I think. It's so weird coming back to these after using Christmas. Can you see that okay? It's going to be 35 degrees here today. That may even be too hot to be poolside. I'd probably be in the pool, Yana. Oh, thank you, Audrey. It's definitely taken some time. Red violet. Wonder how Steve's getting on upstairs with his homework. Water will be like bath water at these temperatures. I don't know, I'm just such a water baby, I would be in it. Just realised I did that bit a different colour. Why did I do that bit a different colour? Maybe I should correct that. I'm not sure why I didn't do this bit the darker colour. The colour of it now, it's going to be more orangey, isn't it? 1 secondo. Does Steve have his electric eraser on his desk? If so, where is it? Yes, he does. Just want to lift a little bit of that ochre off so it doesn't make my purpley violets go orange. Sounds like I'm in a dentist, doesn't it? I can fix that other bit in a minute, that's not a problem. That's better, it's going down better. Okay. Chat's very quiet. You all gone to sleep? So would you guys want another live from me tonight, or are you just happy with this one? I do have a haul video that I could put up instead of a live stream if you didn't want another live tonight. If only Steve wasn't doing bingo, he could have fit his other stream in tonight instead. Watching intently. Nope, I'm here. I suppose I can say stay in the pool, but we'll be all pruny looking. Yeah, another one please. I love your lives, but it's up to you, love. Try to colour with a blunt pencil. Doesn't work. I'm in that kind of funk at the moment where, you know, where you like starting pages but you don't like finishing them? I'm kind of in that funk at the moment. Alright, so I've got my darkest edge going outwards on that one. Can't be there sadly. Oh, I can be there. Sadly, no swimming this week. Pool maintenance. Oh, Audrey. No swimming. Not even starting. You got anything you're wanting to do, Audrey, but like just not in the mood to do it? What about your new RJ? Or are you waiting for Dee's stream at the weekend? Well, some of my books, because I don't know whether you watched my planned pages for the month or not, but some of my books that I had planned to do, I've put to one side and accepted the fact that I'm not going to be able to do pages in those. I could start them, but I have 5 whips already. I don't really want to add any more to that. So those books have been put to one side for another month. So there's that. I think I'm going to have a nice cool shower after this live stream, and then I think I'm just having like a sandwich for dinner tonight. I'm not having a full blown dinner tonight. Steve's got his bing bong chili non carne and rice, so he'll happily be nomming away on that. Right, so let's bring this up here. Oh, the dog's back outside. What on earth is that banging? The Serpent Dragon Thingy, the Flamingo Buddy, the Gnome Book, RJ's 2 books. So are they whips, Audrey? Or are they ones you're wanting to work on? So obviously the words, Zoe, please. Kirby Roseanne's is a whip. What do you have left to do with that? Because you've already done all of your sky, haven't you? So is it just the sea and the buildings left for that one? Trying to see, so I blended it in down here with the orangey bit. That's fine. I blended it in with the orangey bit up here too, so I'll come back to that. Welcome back, Leslie. The buildings, is that all you've got left to do? Do you want me to work on that one tonight then? For a bit. Maybe we'll do just like an hour stream or something. I taught a lesson on English jokes and puns to a Chinese teenager. How did that go? Yes, okay, no problem. So what I've got left to do with that page is I've got 1/3 of a section of sky left. And I think, oh, I've got some leaves left. Have you done all of your leaves, Audrey? I've got some leaves left on the page scattered around, I think. And then I've got the buildings in the water. Yeah, no worries. No problem at all. It kind of helps me because I'm in that, you know, like I say, I'm in that funk of I've got these whips and I don't know what to work on, and hopefully that will give me a bit of focus. I'm just trying to copy the other side here to see what I did with regards to blending this into the orange. So from about here is where it starts blending in. So as you can see, Leslie, oh sorry Audrey, we've kind of changed what we're working on. Yes, some leaves left to do as well. Okay. Okay, so I literally just stopped there on this one, didn't I? Let's do the orangey colours now. I just have too much stuffs on my desk that have to move before I can colour. Nowhere else to put it. Do you have one of those like IKEA Raskog carts, Audrey? Because those are quite good to have. You can like push them around, and they've got 3 tiers, so you can have like the books you want to work in on the top for the month, and then your whips, or your whips at the top, the books you want to work in, and then the books you've completed at the bottom, kind of thing. Right, so my Venetian red is the darkest on here. Put this in shadowy places. Oh, I also have a whip in the steampunk colour in heaven. Ooh, what one are you doing in there? I feel so much better next month if I've got some of these whips done and finished, completed. I'll be much more happy about starting some new pages. Yes, I have one of those carts, but not from IKEA. No IKEA this far north, bless you. But it's full of stuffs, crafting stuffs. Ah. Mine's got sort of... It's got some of my whips on the top tier. And then it's also got some diamond painting stuffs on it at the moment. But I want to reorganise it. I'm in one of those like reorganising everything moods at the moment. Let's go on to our sanguine. It's the young lad with the waistcoat. Young lad with the waistcoat. I think I know which one you're on about. Has anyone in the UK here? I don't think that leaves many of you in the chat, does it? Are you watching the new quiz show that's on BBC One, hosted by, what's his name? Roman Kemp? Ross Kemp? Not Ross Kemp. Martin Kemp's son. I saw it for the first time yesterday and I was like, okay, I like this. But then I like most quiz shows, so it's not hard. I don't know what it's called. It comes on before Pointless, I think. Bring my dark one down here first a bit. I have a couple of new books to show you that I got yesterday. Like, do I show them on stream or do I wait for my next haul? I might do flip throughs of them actually because they're really nice. I think I've only seen the artist of them do a flip through thus far. I really need to do that. I have an almost empty double wardrobe that I could use. It just needs some shelving or some such to be out in it, but out of sight, out of mind. I've never been to an IKEA store, though there's one about 30 minutes from us. I've been to IKEA once, I believe, once or twice. Try the meatballs, they're delicious. The Swedish meatballs are amazing. But we didn't try, because they like have a cafe, don't they? We didn't try the ones in the cafe. I brought them home and cooked them myself. We bought like a couple of bags of them. And yeah, they are really, really nice meatballs. I was going to record it, but then that makes too much to watch on TV instead of YouTube. So what were you prepping for dinner tonight, Audrey? It's Wednesday. Wednesday. Wonder what Audrey's having for dinner. Lucky you, Leslie. The closest to me is an 8-hour, 800-mile round trip. Oh gosh. That's a bit too far, isn't it? Our nearest one is Bristol, which is about, I don't know how long that is in a car. It's about, Hey Google, how far from Swindon is Bristol?
If you drive, Bristol is 40 miles away from Swindon.
40 miles, there we go. If that gives you any idea of how close it is to me. IKEA is like the king of flat pack furniture. I don't mind flat pack furniture though. It's like building Lego. If you're following the instructions, it's quite a rewarding task. Lasagna with homemade garlic bread. I didn't need to do all that prep after all. Daughter sent the message about no swimming after I'd done it all. Oh, Audrey. At least it's done, so maybe you can watch the quiz show tonight when it comes on TV. Is it like 4, half 4 it comes on? Definitely need to go in with some more shading over the top of this. It's a bit light at the moment though. That sounds yummy, Audrey. I like lasagna when I can have it. Wow. Wow, wow what? 4:30 p.m. Roman Kemp and Sarah Green. Yeah. So hubby comes down at 4. So he'll be down in 40 minutes. Oh, we love lasagna. I like it when I can eat it. I have made a lasagna with like vegan cheese sauce before. But usually if I set out to do a lasagna, it turns into a spaghetti bolognese instead. Just because it's like less time and less fat. My stomach didn't want breakfast this morning, which is kind of weird. I'm trying to get into the habit of like having breakfast or having 3 meals a day, but smaller amounts. But I put 2 Weetabix in my bowl this morning with some stevia and some no sugar oat milk, which is my preference of milk. I ate the first Weetabix fine, no problem. Got to the second one and I felt full up. I was like, I do not want that. So I brought it in here and hubby was like, why don't you want it? I was like, I don't know, I don't. So I was like, do you want it? He had one bite out of it and went, no, I hate soggy Weetabix. We had spaghetti bolognese for 2 weeks running, fancied a change, nice. We used to have spaghetti bolognese every week, like without fail. It's one of Steve's favourite meals that I do. But soon, like, I've just really gone off of it because it's not the same not being able to put onions and garlic and bell peppers and that in it. It tastes more like savoury mince now, and I don't know about you, but would you eat savoury mince with pasta? It's just like a tomato-based savoury mince. I need to find a way of flavouring it a bit more. Without the onion. Right, let's go back in and deepen up some of these bits. I think Dee's fallen to sleep. Hey Lou. I drink the same oat milk unsweetened, yeah, it's really nice. I don't know, like, if my body would ever allow me to go back to dairy. I don't know whether I would go back to normal milk now. I've just gotten so used to having oat milk. Sometimes I really crave like a nice ice cold glass of milk, and the oat milk doesn't cut it sometimes. I'm craving proper milk, but yeah, I don't know that I'd go back. Okay, stomach, I get the picture, you're hungry, but that's your fault for not eating your Weetabix. And it's also my fault for not having lunch. Stop growling at me. I'll feed you soon. Any milk. Okay, well that's getting there, isn't it? Let's go to our, I still want to deepen some of this bit up, but let's go to these other bits here. Oh, thank you, Yana. Thank you. I think we need to eat the strawberries tonight. What is it, Wednesday? Yeah, they'll probably be a bit iffy tomorrow. I drink regular milk when we eat breakfast foods at a restaurant. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I'm already excited to see what Renee's doing for her theme next month. Has she mentioned it yet, or do we find out sort of later on? The teachers forced me to drink those wee bottles of milk you used to get in school, then they regretted it. Poor laddie was sitting in front of me. Oh dear. So are you lactose intolerant, Audrey? Or you just don't like it? I'm dairy intolerant rather than lactose. Let's do these other little bits that I outlined. My new pencil case will be here tonight. Not sure what time it's. I think it said between 3:45 and something else. So my prisoners look like they might be coming tomorrow when I'm in London visiting the King. Or not, as he's in Balmoral. So it'd be nice to come home to having my new prisoners sat there, and I can swatch them if I'm not too tired. Not that I know of, I just don't like it. Even as a baby, Mum told me that I used to bring my bottle back up. She thinks she passed her dislike of it on to me. Interesting. Right, well, I think I will wrap this up here. I know I've not done much of this. But my stomach is like, woman, please, for the love of God, eat some food. So it's making me a bit lightheaded, so I should go and make myself something to eat. But yeah, I will be back at 6 o'clock tonight. So in a few short wee hours. And we'll do a little bit more work on our Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia page. I'm lactose intolerant, but I can eat cheese and ice cream, just not regular milk. Go eat, woman. Alright. I will leave this here. Steve will be like, what's all this mess on my desk? There's not a lot of mess. It's just some pencils lying around. Let's put that there. So let's zoom out. We've done a little bit more of our page, which is more than I would have got done had I not done some more of it. So yeah, I will see you at about 6 o'clock tonight, hopefully. But thank you for joining me, everyone, this afternoon. I'll clear my desk so I can colour along with you. Awesome, Audrey. Did you want me to... Do you want me to set up a StreamYard stream so you can like chat with me whilst you're colouring, or shall I just do my regular one? It's up to you, I don't mind. I just realised something. I've coloured all these bits in here, but I've done this colour on this side, so I'll have to fix that. I didn't even see. Thank you for passing the afternoon. See you later. No worries. Yeah. DM me, Audrey. Let me know if you want me to do like a StreamYard kind of stream, or just a regular. Okay. Take care, everyone, and I will see you later. Bye bye.